Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the bronze match for Club 100 Season 2. Glad you're back with us tonight. I'm here with Serenmew and Collins VG. Say hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Boom, look it, and everyone's here. As I think everyone is aware by now, this is the bronze match. This is the last match in Season 2. We just had grand finals the other day. Congratulations to Flixer for taking home the grand finals and the title for Season 2. Here, of course, we have the match for third place, and the third place payout is 15% of the prize pool, and the fourth place is only 6%. So there's quite a about 10% of the prize pool at stake for this match right now. Should be pretty exciting. And before we start over or start with the race, we can switch over to some stats right here, as we saw the other day. So jalapinecone having the better PB. Mr. Link, I believe, just got his PB yesterday or the day before. But you can see in terms of their race performances from the league so far, Mr. Link actually has a better race times in the league compared to jalapinecone, and is in fact the most consistent runner in the league this season in terms of their race times was Mr. Link, followed quickly by jalapinecone. So
Let's go, Mr. Link.
we're in for a good match, I think. And I did the same computer model I did with the others the other day for the final, and punching in the numbers, it gave Mr. Link basically a 2/3 chance to win to 1/3 for jalapinecone. So we shall see how it comes out. This isn't a best of 3. This is in fact a best of 1. There was some confusion there, but we are in for just one quick little match, and I think it should be a good one. And
Yeah, I mean, I think the computer model really figuring out what's going on here, recognizing that Mr. Link's part of the elite gamer squadron known as the Cool Cat Gang, so probably boosting up his numbers there quite a bit.
Probably. And thank you, Oddcat, for the host with 1 viewer. Appreciate that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and ready check the runners. And as soon as they're ready, we will go ahead and start. Oh, I guess the last few announcements. This is still a charity fundraiser. We did reach our goal, but there's no reason we can't go past it. I'm out of matching funds for the season, unfortunately, but there's no reason you can't still give more to charity. And if you do want to help increase the prize pool, you can still do bits and subs. Half of those are going into the prize pool for the runners, but yeah, the payouts for the prize pool are getting ridiculous. First and second prize took home $90 and $50, so let's see what we can do here. And then as soon as this match is over, all the other runners can get their payouts, so exciting.
All right, BDF. Well, I don't want to ask too much here, but it'd be really nice if in the commentary booth here we could see the gameplay. Currently, unfortunately, we can't.
Whoa. Technical difficulties. What are you talking about here? Oh, yeah, that's probably what I did. Right. Go ahead and twiddle some knobs.
Let's
there we go. There
Knobs
we go.
have been twiddled. Boom. There you go.
Love to see it.
You love to see
All
it.
right.
That would have been
Always
helpful.
good when the commentators can see the match. Yesterday I was doing a restream for GSR and forgot to turn on the game feed for my co-commentator for the first 30 minutes of the match, and he didn't say anything, was just watching along on the stream. Really polite.
Very nice.
Yeah. Shout out to him for that, JFM. Appreciate that, man. Make sure you guys retweet the match, by the way, on Twitter. Get the word out. This is about to be the Battle of Champions, honestly, in the 2020 BDF 100 Tournament of Champions. So definitely stay tuned for the rest of this one.
Yeah.
I think we're ready to get started here, actually, aren't we?
Yeah, no, the runners have been told to start, and wow, look at that sync already.
All right,
That
boom.
was very nice.
Easy.
Yeah, and I will say, I'm just going to go back into the production booth. Holler if you need a replay. I believe replay should be working. If not, that's looks like we're good. So, I'll be back in the production booth. Commentary. Good luck. Have fun. And chat. Enjoy.
Appreciate that. Should be a fun one today. It's a good day for some Mario. I believe Mr. Link2k just got a PB last night or something. So you wonder how that affects him coming into today's match, but looking pretty good so far. for Mr. Link.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be running the Twitter gauntlet here during the intro and the beginning of the first stage here. So if you can just, keep the chatters entertained during bomb clip, if everybody can hop on Twitter and retweet. One of the, I think, biggest problems with competitive speedrunning, we're not very good at retweeting. We don't like to share each other's hard work, but BDF's put a lot of work in this tournament as well as the runners. So, yeah, last word on that, but keep an eye on Twitter. Please pop out those retweets. And jalapinecone missing the lock 2 skip. What do you think about that, Collins?
Yeah, not a great start for jalapinecone. I gotta wonder, did he perhaps hear BDF say that he has a 1/3 chance of winning here? That might get into your head, but only 8 seconds. We'll see how the runners handle bomb clip here, but Mr. Link seems to be pretty consistent in this tourney so far, and consistency is key in these races. So we'll nail that bomb clip here, and we'll see how Hala handles it. And looks good. Almost kind of may have not clipped there for a second, kind of far into that corner, maybe losing a little bit of time. But moving forward, we'll see if they decide to go straight to Womps, get that out of the way, or if maybe Hala wants to take the slide here.
Yeah, I know Mr. Link has recently switched back to Womps Fortress 8. For some reason, he says he dies going for Womps Fortress 9. I'm not sure exactly where he's dying. Only difference is being castle movement between the two different routes. Maybe I'm missing something here, but apparently very afraid of Womps Fortress 9, but it only saves like 1 second or something optimally to go for that Womps 9 route, so really up to the runner.
Yeah, nothing crazy, but some nice entrance movement. I don't know if you saw that with jalapinecone here, but nice little slide kick, kind of cheeky jump right up into the painting there. 13-3, not too bad, not great by any means, but he will join Mr. Link in Womps here. Cannonless, I believe, Mr. Link went for the sock folder there. Looks pretty good. We'll see what he does with this Womps 100.
Yeah, personally, when I'm going into that painting, the little glass stainless window with Princess Peach, I like to personally do the bonk strat where you kind of try to jump in normally, but then you kind of bonk on the wall and fall backwards, and you do a little oof for a minute. I find that really sets my mental state into the right mood to get 12s on the slide every time, so a bit of RNG manipulation you could maybe try there if you're having troubles with the slide.
Thanks for that insight there, Saren. Mr. Link gets the half cycle. Is there plenty of time, but missed that side flip. That side flip can get kind of frustrating. So he's going to lose a little bit of time here. I think maybe like 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Coins. He's good on coins. He's going to have to take all 8 on that ring. Don't really know why he avoided those 2 right there. Maybe could have saved it a little bit of time, but all good. Womps 100 went okay, and we'll see what Hala does. Going for texture here on Kless, and yeah, looks good. Perfect.
Yeah, both these runners getting off to a pretty good start there. I didn't see how Jalapeno did on his Owlus. I know he's had some issues with Owlus in the tournament, but seems like he did okay on it, at least not missing it more than one time. And Mr. Link having a pretty clean 100 coins, so we'll see what Jalapeno ends up going for here. Going to go for both rows of coins first. So maybe a half cycle from him here, but we'll have to see if he makes it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty liberal with the half cycle doing that movement. But one slight mistake, a bonk on the switch. Oh, right there. That's the half cycle gone, unfortunately. But at least he did not collect the star. We're going to have to wait a couple seconds here, more than likely, to continue this 100. And Mr. Link headed up towards the Womp King. Looking good so far. Pretty much probably the most free star in Womps besides Wild Blue. But
there are no free stars in Womps. Don't be confused by this commentator, guys. Don't listen to his lies. I've messed up my emote spam, unfortunately. Commentator might have to get fired.
Who could have picked these commentators? No idea.
There we go. All right, boom. Self-promotion, right. Shameless self-promotion in the emotes going on in the chat room. Cool Cat Gang.
Might be a little biased.
Dominating this tournament right now. I mean, look at the semifinalists, all right? We got Oddcat, we got me, we got mrlink2k. I mean, where's the other team's representation? Hakase got second in the tournament, but he got dominated by Flixer. And, I mean, Flixer, I think, has a pretty heavy Cool Cat bias. Not on the gang, per se, yet, but definitely one of the supporters of the Cool Cat Gang.
Flixer with the cool cat gang in the chat. And yeah, I think you're right there.
Gotta give it to my man Jalapinecone, though. He is flying through Womps right now and going for the faster route, so could see an upset. I mean, there's a lot of power here on Mr. Link's side. He's got the MU cheats going on, too. I mean, there's no lag here. Gonna be going for the Owl, and I mean, that's a little bit unfair. But, you know, it's a beginner-level tournament. We gotta let these emo players, in fact, are allowed in speedrunning, as well as emu players. But VC, not sure about that one.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves with the VC there. But you know, gotta think here. Is that Owlless or not going for Owlless? That kind of maybe helps with the consistency there. Might be the reason Mr. Link is the most consistent player in this tournament so far.
Absolutely. I mean, going for the Owlless is definitely an option if you're playing an emulator. I mean, what does it say? Like maybe a second if you do ultra super fast movement going to Owlless. I mean, really not worth it. Especially when there's so many other. Yeah, there's a lot of other areas on the run. You can probably practice a little bit more, like the Slide Star. Getting a 14.5 here, which 13.3, you know, pretty slow, but 14.5, you hate to see it, especially when you're fighting for a third place in a tournament. You hate to see it.
Yeah, those
but a little bit ahead of Jalapinecone here for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see their hopefully sync up. We'll sync it up right here. We'll see how Wingcap treats them, and then obviously the first kind of big challenge after Womps, you have your Dark World, and we'll see how that goes for both those runners. But a 13-3 for Mr. Link, so not too bad.
Let's go. Gonna be leaving out of the slide here a little bit for Jalapinecone. Jalapinecone, just a tiny bit of castle movement behind, but yeah, we'll have to see how the Wingcap treats him. It can be a little bit tricky to grab those red coins.
Yeah, definitely those first two are definitely a problem sometimes, but these guys are pros. Mr. Link, there we go. I believe he's maybe, I think he had a 747 exit, and I want to say Jalapinecone had maybe like a 804 exit off the slide, so not too much of a lead there, but Wingcap looks pretty good from both players so far.
Yeah, but both these players looking like they're piloting their 747s themselves. Really steady, calm in the air. This isn't the 757 Max or whatever it's called. These guys are going to be flying steady this time and spawning the star. See if he can get the rollout on the switch, and going to be catching up here.
Yeah,
just
quite
like
a bit of time. Yeah, quite a bit of time save. Mr. Link missed that tech skip, and then on top of that, missed the ground pound. So just that's all it takes to kind of gain back a little bit of a lead.
Yeah, absolutely. So Dark World here can really spit up or chew up and spit out your routes, rather, your runs. Lots of places to fall off. An endless void surrounds you on all sides, and quite risky movement. So Mr. Link not grabbing the switch, and his lead has completely evaporated now. Pretty much neck and neck, but does have the power of the emulator, so could save some lag frames here if he has good movement.
Yep. Looks like Hala's, looks like they're maybe both on pace for a shig here so far. It's going to be kind of hard. Hala missing a rollout there, but...
yeah, I think Mr. Link is a little bit too late. Going for the poverty shig movement, though, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference here as long as he can grab this red coin with ease and actually get a pull ahead here a little bit. Hopefully neither of these players die at the end here, but it'd be a pretty tragic death if we did see that.
Yeah, you'd like to see these races a little bit closer. Maybe, no one likes to see too much of a blowout, but sometimes that's the way it be.
All right, Mr. Loud with the bonk and losing a little bit of his time save there. So taking the lead several times already during this race, but then, not quite been able to hold on to it. Pretty much a sync here, though, and getting the Bowser dance. So Mr. Link just getting handed the victory here by the game. I think if you get Bowser dance, it just like resets your mentality. You think, wow, this is actually it. This is the run. This is it. And I mean, Mr. Link could get a PB here. That would be pretty sick.
Yeah, that'd be great to see. I mean, getting one last night. Obviously, practicing and playing in a tournament does a lot of good for your playing. So maybe he's just in that mind state right now. That's you know, a couple PBs. I think his PB was like 52 seconds or by 52 seconds or something, which is incredible. So maybe we
Yeah, I'm
can see
trying to
another
get
one.
the stats here. Mr. Link not posting his PB in the Cool Cat Discord. Might have to have a talk with him after the race. I believe that's not allowed. I'm not sure. If anybody has a beat on Mr. Link's PB, I would greatly appreciate it.
I believe it was a 52-51.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Link having a lot of trouble on this sky jump here.
Yeah, this
Probably
is one of
gonna
those
rocket
stars
back
that,
into the lead.
yeah, it's very tilting on this star. Just missing that triple jump sometimes. It's just really frustrating because it's really not that hard of a star, but it is kind of easy to mess up.
Yeah, opting to run around and take the bridge up to the slope there, you kind of get the speed off of. Interesting strat. Maybe a little bit afraid of that triple jump in general when backing it up, but certainly not losing too much time. Right behind jalapinecone here, but jalapinecone already in CCM. Let's see if he can have a clean one.
I just got some info from the booth here. Mr. Link's PB is a 52-56.97, so pretty solid. 55-second PB, super great. Super nice wall kicks to work from Hala there. Mr. Link following closely. A little bit of a weird ending there, missing the ground pound, but all in all, not too bad.
Yeah, neither of these players dying on CCM, opting for some easier movement there, and you can't really blame them. I mean, it's pretty demoralizing when you just bonk and fall and die on CCM, lose like 35 seconds on a pretty easy star.
Yeah, especially 12 minutes
seconds.
12 minutes into a 50 minute run is just that's not how you want to start everything off.
Yeah, and both these guys going for the CCM 18 route as well, so not going to see any sort of variance here. And Mr. Link getting the moonwalk, looking like Michael Jackson heading out to grab the star. Pretty stylish.
Pretty clean CCM so far from both runners, though. You like to see that kind of stuff. We'll see how the penguin slide goes. Jalapinecone saying that he is very confident in his slide, not electing to go with the penguin slide star or the baby penguin stars back up here. I know that there are a bunch of Cool Cat Gang runners that were very much a proponent of using that baby penguin as a backup just in case, but
All right, so 100 coin. Not a lot that can go wrong here, but if you miss too many coins on the slide, you end up losing a lot of time. You have to spawn the star and basically redo the entire 100 coin route or the race. Or I suppose you could, at that point, bail and go for like double pillarless or HMC early or something like that. But there's really no good options if you end up messing up on the star too much. So hopefully we'll see both runners here grabbing enough coins on the slide. And Mr. Link not dying on that impossible long jump there. Saw him die in a pretty good PB pace run last night to that. So good on him for keeping it together.
Yeah, both runners electing for the backup red there, the safety red, if you will. And Jalapinecone, again, giving me some motion sickness here with his camera. Mario Cam C down for the slide. I've never seen it other than him doing it. So interesting, but hey, if it works, it works, I suppose.
Yeah, getting enough coins there, and I think that might be part of the strat, honestly. So, I mean, half the time around, your opponent's going to be watching the race. If you can make them sick with your camera, trying to see what you're doing, they're going to have a lot harder time playing the game. I mean, when you're nauseous, let's be real. Mario 64, video games in general, they're not going to be what you're looking to play. So it could be a strategy, actually, out of Jalapinecone to, make his opponents feel a little bit nauseous.
I like the way that Jalapinecone thinks. That's the strat. Make your opponent puke.
It's all about the mind games. Pocket sand strats, exactly.
We'll see how this BBH treats Jalapinecone. Obviously, the most boring stage in the game. Might just walk away for a few minutes here until we get to basement, but hopefully Hala is able to handle this as well as Mr. Link.
Yeah, I mean, Jalapinecone right now is looking pretty pretty sexy in terms of his speedrunning capabilities. He hasn't made any huge mistakes, and he's playing on N64 in the lead. So when you're playing at that sort of disadvantage with the lag and all that, and going for this interesting triple jump wall kick strat, looking like he's
Oh,
playing in the Swag Invitational right now.
yep. I remember that strat from last race. It's kind of pretty interesting. I've never really seen it before, but pretty swaggy.
Definitely losing some time on it though. Probably not enough just from that for Mr. Link to catch up, but Mr. Link grabbing the right door, so going to be going for interesting ground pound strategies here. But pretty much what you want to do if you grab the right door is just go for the triple ground pound strat. You can't really back it up easily any other way. But getting the star without falling off the building, so that's all that really matters there.
Yeah, that's the scariest part of the stage. Obviously, besides all the ghosts and whatnot. But
The
I
piano
can.
man is the scariest part of the stage. I won't. I
Yeah,
won't
we can-
deny that falling off the roof hasn't given me some sort of trauma, but yeah, I definitely have to fear the piano still.
Oh, taking the right door again, Mr. Link. Don't know if he knows about that time loss there. That's like what, 2 frames or something. But then again, I don't really know a ton about emulator. But you can kind of see why Mr. Link is the most consistent runner in this tournament. Going for like super safe strats, which like, you got to respect that because consistency will win you some races.
Yeah, I believe the deal with the doors is the right door takes a couple more frames just in the animation, so emulator probably wouldn't have an effect on that because it's not really a lag-based sort of deal. But that's just my understanding. Could be wrong. I'm not part of the decomp Discord. I've not deeply, studied the lore of the code of SM64. But jalapinecone and Mr. Link can be grabbing MIPS here, and his star robbing him of his prized possession when he's on his way to tea time. So kind of, questionable ethics there from Mario, but he does need the power stars to save the princess. So jalapinecone, yeah, missing the Pilaros there.
That's okay. Got a couple tries to do it. Mr. Link gonna be throwing this one away as well. Took a dive right into that bomb, but
All right.
we'll see what he backs it up with. Maybe the Talon Star.
Oh, and jalapinecone going for the Talon Star. This is why I don't like this backup, especially in races. People say it's technically faster, and I definitely think it's good as a last resort, but losing a ton of time there. CCG, Mr. Link, gonna be just going for the top of the pyramid star, and definitely a way easier star to grab, comparatively.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a little bit scarier because if you miss it, if you happen to waste that back up and then say miss plus again and then miss the Talon Star after that, what are you gonna do? It's a little bit scary there, but doesn't matter. Both players getting plus here. jalapinecone looks like he should be good to go. Nice ground pound, hole in one. Good to see.
Yeah, and so, I mean, kind of stabilizing here now. Pillarless, a pretty difficult strategy, but all the other stars in SSL, pretty easy. Just going to grab Talons here as Mr. Link, and top of the pyramid for jalapinecone, so should be about synced here, even though jalapinecone had some issues on that Talon star. And then LLL, I mean, not too scary of a stage.
No, nothing too crazy that could happen other than the potential of dying at a elevator star, or I'm sorry, lava boost. But other than that, pretty fun stage. Lots of cool movement, and not really a huge risk of death. But jalapinecone kind of messing up on the intro movement here for this star. Kind of seems like bonking on the box, but recovered nicely, and should be getting fence clip here. Oh, just gonna ground pound right into the star. Perfect.
Yeah, both players playing it pretty safe on that fence clip, which fence clip saves almost no time, and the alternative, bonking into the wall and burning yourself, loses you a ton of time. So don't really blame either runner for kind of just going around the outside, trying to aim down to grab the star. But Mr. Link looking like he's lining up for the lava boost here. Gonna go for the triple jump strat. The tried and true, looking pretty comfy. Gets up there, no problem, avoiding the bully. The bully looking to grab him, and going for an interesting pole grab here, but makes it up there at the end, and grabbing the top of the... What is that star called? Hot Foot It in the Volcano, I believe? Yeah, there
Something
you go.
like
Boom.
that. Yeah. Can't say I've ever seen that pole grab done before, but hey, it worked, right? Getting the maybe volcano stars taken care of first. Well, actually, looks like he might be going for one of the 2 bully stars. So, different star order. No worries. The lead seems to be about the same. No major mistakes from either of the runners. So, and jalapinecone, yeah.
Both these racers not liking the bullies right now. Going to be taking them out. But jalapinecone getting the bully star instead of the bully star first. Interesting strategy from him. I don't know. Did he go for? I think I've talked to him before about this, or maybe it was someone else. But if you go for that sort of movement towards there, but you mess up, you can go back to the bully. I don't know. I don't quite understand it.
Yeah,
typically don't have an issue getting to the bullies.
Yeah, my understanding is that it's better to go for the bullies first. Not really sure why. Just don't really question what I'm told.
I think the general concept of, okay, Mr. Link getting bodied by the triple bullies,
Yeah.
not able to handle the pressure.
Oh, and gameplay froze. Oh, threw in a little splice there real quick.
Yeah, I mean, he saw the run going bad and just, tabbing out, pulling up another race run that he did, trying to make it believable here.
Pretty good
splice,
I will say.
A little bit Corona net maybe hitting. Who knows?
We'll see what Holo's going to do here. Maybe going for the lava boost as well. Nice strat. Should be good.
I think the reason dupe is more because, like, if you are long jumping to the bullies and you burn and you land back on the mesh platform, then you don't have to wait for the platform to kind of move back over to the bullies. I feel like getting with the ledge grab, you still have tons of time. To get...
Oh no! With the bomb.
Oh, okay. And he burned his booty.
What is he gonna back this up with? Gonna go straight again?
He's gonna go back to the elevators.
Yeah.
It's the only thing you can really do here.
Yeah.
Aside from maybe going all the way up to the top and then long jumping down, but
and taking another burn.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, he's gonna take the death with a rage pause.
Oh, the pressure too much for Mr. Loud. And jalapinecone pulling fiercely into the lead here. 2 stars in the lead and gonna be heading over to Fire Sea at this point. Mr. Link having a complete Mario meltdown here in LLL.
Yeah, you can see that he tried to play it kind of safe by jumping on that first platform with the long jump, but something was a little bit off there and just kind of bonked on that last platform, and that is not a fun death to take. But if you're going to take a death at any point, maybe that being in the volcano isn't the worst one to take, just is a little bit kind of quicker to get back in there.
Yeah, Dupe having a good point there. The Manta Ray, definitely the hardest star in the game. The hitboxes on the rings, especially for newer runners, are very confusing. It's like these chests. The chests you have to be like facing. Mario has to be facing parallel or like opposite to the locks, but you can actually touch the chest from basically the back of the chest and they'll still activate. But if you swim into the back of the chest, they simply will not activate. Same thing with the rings. Only the dead center of them are ever 100% accurate.
jalapinecone looked really great swimming there for a bit, but missed that last chest. Okay, back up, just spun right around, grabbed it again. Not losing a ton of time, especially not as much as Mr. Link there with that death in the volcano.
Yeah, certainly not looking the best here for jalapinecone so far on this stage. Giving Mr. Link a little bit of a chance to catch up here, but jalapinecone has not died, and that is the #1, sort of rule of speedrunning is do not die and you will succeed, especially in races.
Yeah, we'll see how Fire Sea treats these runners too, because barring a huge Manta mistake, the next kind of real challenge here would be Fire Sea. You can lose a lot of time there. I don't really look at Fire Sea as a way to like save time. It's just more like how much time am I gonna lose in Fire Sea? It's definitely one of those stages that's a little bit scary.
Yeah, it all depends on how hard you go trying to get that fast cycle or the boost with the lava. If you go for you're just trying to get normal cycle, it's pretty easy to just take it calm, cool, and collected. Even if you go for some pretty advanced ending movement, I feel like there's pretty safe backups to everything. But like you said, I mean, getting an optimal Fire Sea is pretty rare, especially for runners of this caliber. Both these runners definitely capable of getting the early cycle in Fire Sea, but Fire Sea Reds is a lot harder to get the early cycle on than no Reds. Pretty tricky stage.
Absolutely, definitely one of those more practice 70 stages for sure. But we'll see how Hala deals with it here. Hopping right into it, looking clean so far. Nice lag reduction. Getting a nice wall kick up into there. Seems like Hala's might be going just I don't know how much time that burn loses as opposed to like say the triple jump or the double wall kick there, but looking
I believe
pretty
he
clean.
could still get it with that burn, but he did take quite a bit of time to get over for that side flip. He kind of had to set it up for a minute, and definitely not looking like he's going to. Okay, maybe he can. Let's see. Yep. All right, gonna make this cycle. So
Yeah.
good job from Hollow there. Not getting the lava boost, but getting the early cycle. So
Oh,
putting a little bit
taking
of
a
pressure
burn.
here on Mr. Link.
Oh, taking
Oh,
two.
2 burns. Woo! Okay, that was close. Keeping it together though. Landed on the coin. Even if he took a burn from the lava again, I think he was all right as long as he kept it under control. But Mr. Link looking pretty hot here in Fire Sea. Can he match the early cycle? That is the question. Gonna go for the burn strat as well, and jalapinecone going for some interesting ending movement here.
Oh, Mr. Link, that's probably going to spell the end of the early cycle there.
Yeah, especially with the
that
ledge grab.
Yeah, that was just kind of unfortunate, but taking a burn for the bully. Oh,
Buddy,
he's getting over the edge.
No,
Oh
he's
my
dead. He
goodness.
can't live.
He's dead.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Mr. Loud getting just bullied by the bullies in the speedrun. Not able to handle the triple bullies. Not able to handle the bullies with Fire Sea.
Just drop
Having a
into
little
the
bit of trouble on the
stage.
poles with the bully at the top of the lava boost as well. Trying to dodge him. And just overall getting bullied this match.
Yeah, not a great beginning. Oh, and missing that the angle that I didn't want to say it, but the angle did not look super great there. But how do you recover from this? What are you thinking going upstairs if you're Mr. Link at this point? You know.
He's just got to get his head back in it. I mean, there's nothing he can hope for besides jalapinecone to start making some mistakes, clearly. But yeah, you just got to play to your best of your ability. It's kind of like different for every runner, though. I know personally, I don't like to watch the race feed while I'm racing. I think Simply put it best the other day. You don't want to add too many variables, too many things to think about while you're speedrunning. Once you start thinking about something else, you're pretty much guaranteed to mess up whatever you're trying to focus on. Especially if it's a pretty technical trick. And yeah, he did miss that, but gonna be making the cycle here. And jalapinecone gonna be breaking the boxes in Wet Dry World. We'll have to see what he can make happen here.
This is one of those Wet Dry World 100 is definitely one of those stars where you can just lose a lot of time and really not understand why. Oh,
yeah, Mr. Link just not quite having the mental fortitude to keep it together here at Fire Sea. Once it rains, it starts to pour when you're doing a speedrun race. Just has to get his head back in it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. You can kind of hope to get a decent upstairs and maybe think, hey, maybe in Tippy, you know, I'll get lucky and the other runner will die a couple times and, you know, we can kind of even back up there. But Hala kind of having an okay Wet Dry World 100 so far. Little issue getting up onto the little platform there at the beginning, but other than that, not too bad. Mr. Link nailing that throw. That would have been really unfortunate to see a missed throw there. But jalapinecone finishing up Wet Dry World 100. Not too shabby overall. Just got to go collect this last star here. And looking pretty good. And we'll see what Mr. Link, what upstairs has for Mr. Link. Hopefully a little bit cleaner than that Fire Sea.
Yeah, certainly not over yet. We got at least 25-ish more minutes of speedrunning to go. So plenty of time for jalapinecone to sort of slip up really anywhere. There's a lot of troubles that can happen in Tippy especially. Not to mention, you know, there's quite a few stars in upstairs as well that can be tricky. THI secrets, you know, you can die at the end. You got the snowman's head. I've seen lots of players have meltdowns on that. And, you know, there's always places that these runners can mess up on, especially at this level of gameplay.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see how this 100 coin goes to Mr. Link so far. But Hala looking pretty clean Wet Dry World so far. Definitely having a solid upstairs thus far.
Yeah, I mean, okay, you gotta look at the timers here. So Mr. Link, rocking the basic timer. He's got the green text. He's got the black background. Might even be a Comic Sans font. I'm not sure about that one, but Jalapinecone is rocking some sort of GIF background behind his timer, which I'm not sure what it is, but they seem to be popping off, and I think it might be powering up his gameplay.
Seems pretty swag, not gonna lie.
Might have to consider the rule book on this one. I'm not sure the ruling on sort of drawing power from your split image, but might have to consider that for next tournament. Or excuse me, it's a league, not a tournament. Let's watch our language here.
The ruling is there's no rule against it, so.
Oh, true.
Well,
Okay.
I guess that settles that then.
Yeah, I guess we'll let Jalapinecone get away with this illegal doping and speedrunning. Not sure if I agree with that one, but gonna let it slide for now. I definitely like the personalized timers in speedrun races. If you're using the runners timers, I think as long as they're, pretty decent about it, it's a nice little flair.
Yeah, personalized timer to match the personalized copy of the game.
And Jalapinecone fell in the water there for a second, so it's little mess ups like that that can really add up over time, especially when you're in the lead like this. You start getting comfortable, you start feeling your lead just, you feel like you're just too much in control, and especially not when you're not on PB pace. Really easy to start slipping up here and there like that.
Yeah, you kind of get a little bit reckless, and those seconds kind of start to slip away. You might not even realize it, but next thing you know, you're about behind. Mr. Link having some trouble with these wall kicks here, doing an okay backup, and at least he got the star. Worst case scenario there being the elevator, missing the elevator, and that would just spell doom.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, Mr. Link not really capitalizing on these small mistakes from Hala. They're only like 1 or 2 seconds from Jalapinecone, but Mr. Link keeps clapping back with his own fails of himself, falling in the water here, not hitting the top of the skeeter. Gonna have a lot of problems if he continues on this dark path.
Yeah, that is not a fun star to kind of screw up just based on its relative ease. Missing that skeeter is definitely a little bit rough, but.
All right, so one more star here for Mr. Link in Wet Dry World, and Jalapinecone accelerating through THI.
Taking a hit from one of the and then missing the other piranha.
Yeah, having a total meltdown here on piranha plants, which is not something you typically see. Trying to go for some weird backup movement there after he missed the first one, and ending up just going back and resetting entirely and going for the normal slide kicks, which is definitely the way to go in my opinion. One of those stars you're not really prepared to back up. I mean, there's usually not anything going wrong on that, and if it is, it's catastrophically wrong, like you're falling into the water, at which point a lot of players just end up getting eaten by the fish.
Take
but
a bonk off the wall there, Hala, right before grabbing that toad star. Oh, and Mr. Link having some issues here.
Yeah, going for the pro strat. I don't know how he avoided getting burned there, but he is having a lot of troubles getting the side flip. Not able to capitalize on the time loss from Jalapinecone yet again, and Jalapinecone now TTM already. Just flying ahead at this point.
Yeah, definitely quite a large lead. But TTM is one of those stages where there's a lot that can go wrong. You miss a couple of those mountain clips and maybe fall off the edge. That box star can be an issue, but you never know.
Yeah, any stage that has endless void pits, especially ones that are surrounded by areas that you have to, or like platforms you have to bounce off of, like the mushrooms in TTM, and like you said, mountain clip, which is kind of the fault of the speedrunners, not so much the developers. Developers didn't really intend you to land in and outside of the level water plane, so gonna give the developers a pass on that one. But Mr. Link gonna be leaping over and grabbing the secret star here. But still has one more star to grab in THI. So, not looking too good for him right now.
Yeah, especially with this Jalapinecone TTM. TTM going pretty well so far. No major mistakes or anything. We'll see how the box star treats him. That one can be catastrophic if you kind of get the angle wrong. Oh, he's actually going to go for reds. I typically save reds for last. Don't know why, but everyone has a different order.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I suppose if you somehow mess up on the way to reds, you can end up backing it up to the box star, but I don't know how you would manage to fall there. But jalapinecone having a pretty good reds there. Nothing too fancy, but keeping it easy, keeping it calm, and keeping it collected. I don't know how he grabbed that star
Yeah,
so fast.
I was gonna say, how did he grab that star? It seemed like he almost punched and touched the star. Kind of
Yeah.
cool.
A little bit wild. Jalapinecone whipping out the strats. Definitely not giving up on this one, just because he got the lead. Pulling out all the stops here in TTM.
Looks good there for the box. He's up in
Going
there.
for the fast lineup and definitely saving himself some time there.
Yeah, I find that lineup to be actually a lot more consistent than, say, what Mr. Link is going for. Just going Mario KMC down, and then just kind of, you really have to just hold straight up and long jump a couple times and do a jump dive. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it all comes down to what you're used to. Mr. Link really lining that, sort of secondary strategy up quite well, quite quickly, so not losing too much time there, but 4 stars behind, and Jalapinecone, again, leaving the stage right as he enters, pretty much, and going to be headed over to Snowman's Land to grab probably 4 stars in there, but could grab 5 if he opts not to go for TTC 100. Mr.
Oh,
Link
no,
taking a
Mr.
long
Link.
time on the log. Yeah,
That
not what you
log
like to
was,
see.
yeah, no, especially when that log starts rolling. It gets pretty scary, and unfortunately, couldn't make it to that platform there. Maybe a long jump or something would have maybe gotten him there, but fortunately, struggling with these reds here. Oh,
taking it easy, doesn't want to fail, and end up the safety strat ended up hurting him there. I think probably was a little bit scared of the wall kick, but yeah, Jalapinecone falling on Snowman's head, and
yeah.
not looking undefeatable here. Definitely showing some cracks in the armor. There's nothing on the books yet, and Tippy is still to come after HMC here.
Absolutely. We've definitely seen a lot of runners kind of having some issues with that Snowman's Head star. Definitely one of those ones you can always practice a little bit more, because if the movement does get kind of screwed up at the beginning, it can be pretty hard to back up. But getting the box break here, really great to see. Mr. Link kind of struggling with his wall kick here, but hopping up.
Okay. Not a fan of that strategy to grab the waterfall star, but some players do like to go for it.
Especially with the jump kick there, like you're not, if you kind of are in the wrong direction even slightly, you're not grabbing, you're not ledge grabbing there. You're just falling right off the mountain. So it is pretty scary.
Well, yeah, he does the kick too, so like you can kick the wall if you're not careful. I mean, if you go all the way up there, you'll see most players do the slide kick movement into the waterfall star, which is incredibly consistent. I was shocked at first at how consistent it is, but opting to go for a different strat there, and going to be grabbing 1 more star in TTM before joining Jalapinecone in the Snowman's Land.
Yeah, and besides that slip up and on Snowman's Head there, this is pretty clean so far for Jalapinecone. Assuming that Hala, with a PB of his caliber, is not going to go for SL Reds or anything. Probably just nutritional TTC 100. Yep, exiting course there with 52 stars, and we're headed back into the basement. We'll see how this MIPS grab goes, because you miss MIPS once, and the next thing you know, you're chasing around for a couple seconds. It could be a potentially pretty big time loss.
Yeah, MIPS is one of those guys that just like you never think about him, and then you miss him once, and you're chasing him around for like a minute. Your opponent is like 3 stars behind. You're just chasing a rabbit around for like 30-40 seconds. Your opponent comes back up to you and just kind of runs by you and grabs MIPS in one go. It's really demoralizing when stuff like that happens. But Mr. Link having a lot of trouble on Snowman's Head. Can't get the side flip. Sliding too much in the snow. Needs to get some cleats on or something. But making it in, not too bad. Maybe snowshoes would work better. I'm not sure. Cleats in snow actually sounds pretty hellish.
Yeah, sounds like that could go pretty roughly. But we'll see what Jalapinecone does here. Maybe trying Christmas Miracle here. Yep. You never know. Hala maybe listening to the stream, realizing he has a pretty big lead. Could go for some safer strats and everything, but knowing jalapinecone, he'll probably just be doing what he normally does, business as usual.
Yeah, that's definitely the best way to go. There's a reason why runners choose those strategies. So when you start trying to mix it up and go for safety strats, it can often mess you up. Like the poles at the end of bits are pretty easy to jump over, and Mr. Link opting to go for reds here, so not going to see him going for TTC 100. Maybe hoping at this point that jalapinecone messes up on it, or maybe just not feeling confident with it overall. Not sure if has he been doing Snowman's Land reds in most of his races?
I did have to check the splits here. Looks like he does actually go for Snowman Reds most of the time. His SL split has 53, so obviously it'd be 52 if he didn't. So looks like that's just what he's comfortable with, which is totally fine. And that's another reason probably why he's so consistent in these races. You know, TTC 100 could totally spell disaster. So maybe SL Reds is a little bit more safe. Obviously a lot more safe.
BDF looking for some bits here in the chat, trying to flex for some bits. Might have to give some pity bits in the chat here. Not sure. The commentator's gonna have to start spending their entire paychecks from the tournament on the chat room. Seems like the strategy. BDF ruining the pyramid, the bit pyramid getting broken by the tournament organizer. Not sure about that strategy. In the future, might want to let the pyramids be built. But I'll go ahead and finish that one for him. Okay, Mr. Link gonna burn his booty here, but not a big deal. Doesn't lose really that much time, actually, because you have to watch the Star Swan, but do it again, I wasn't lucky. Exactly.
I think BDF just wants some more bits in the chat. I believe that was actually probably intentional.
And the bits flying in the chat. T Macaroni throwing in, what is that, 10 Corgo bits. Thank you so much, T Macaroni, for supporting speedrunning in general and the powerful BDF 100 Tournament of Champions. You are the real winner here, Macaroni.
Love to see it. And jalapinecone heading right up into Tippy here. HMC. Oh, Mr. Link. Going to be chasing the bunny around for a little bit here. Hopefully has a decent backup. Just push him right towards SL. And okay, there we go. He's got him. All good. I mean, pretty big time loss, but hey, we'll see how jalapinecone's Lakitu bounce goes here. There's potential, you know, that jalapinecone could start to lose the lead here with a death or two in Rainbow Ride or on TTC 100. So Mr. Link's got to play consistently.
Yeah, the stocks for Cool Cat Gang right now pretty uncertain. Mr. Link not looking too comfortable in Super Mario 64 right now. Might have been playing too much Undertale this month. A little bit too much Minecraft Bed Wars. Not sure if there's a requirement on exactly how much alpha PBs you have to get to stay in the Cool Cat Gang, but might have to consider those practice strategies. Jalapinecone rolling through Rainbow Ride right now and burning his booty, but
it didn't die.
Yeah, really lucky. Not a big issue. Very lucky. And, in the rollout, he gets burned and manages to land on the platform. A Guardian Angel definitely watching over jalapinecone here.
Definitely don't see that too often. And Mr. Link snagging that Christmas Miracle with a ground pound, which is, I think, pretty much just luck. But hey, he'll take it.
I think it functions literally the same way as the dive. You just have to get enough height out of the triple jump. I think it just depends on how high you are in the air. I don't think it matters where you ground pound in particular. But I haven't really labbed it out. Something I'm still trying to figure out myself. Probably going to switch to the dive strategy, honestly. It looks a lot better. But Mr. Link having a lot of troubles with triple box jump. But getting the backup lineup, which can be quite tricky. And diving into the star, no death plane for him. So keeping himself in this one for now.
Yep. Hala finishing up those reds. Looked pretty clean. No major issues that I could really see there. So, about to head out of Rainbow Ride. Swinging in the breeze. We got. I didn't really catch him side flip there. Almost looked like he single jumped or something, but snagging that and heading right into TTC. We will see how this TTC 100 goes. But if you're Jalapinecone, you have a pretty comfortable lead, so nerves shouldn't be too much here. And he'll just make sure this clock is not moving, and we'll go for the 100 coin.
Yeah, and this is where it kind of all has to fall apart for Jalapinecone if Mr. Link wants to get back into this. There has to be some major oopsies going on in TTC, maybe even some deaths in order for Mr. Link to get back in this. And struggling with the triple jump dive, that's a good start for Mr. Link. Not so good for Jalapinecone, but still a lot of the star to go. We'll see how he fares, and having some struggles grabbing some of these coins.
Yeah, overall, not too much of a time loss there. Backed it up quite nicely, but the issue you don't really with TTC 100 that you really run into is primarily the ending here. You get invis walled or something like that. That flame spitter can get you and send you right over the edge. So hopefully all goes well for Jalapinecone here.
Yeah, the invis walls are definitely the kicker. Going for the long jump dive, wall kick strat here, and we'll have to see avoiding the invis wall and getting the box break, but the coin's not quite lining up for him.
Yeah, overall pretty though, solid TTC 100. Yeah.
Definitely not a good thing for Mr. Link. That was pretty much the hardest star in the stage, and Mr. Link opting to go for the reds in Snowman's Land, which you're basically banking on your opponent having a bad TTC 100, but that's really the only thing that went wrong right there is that ending, and a little bit of hiccup at the beginning with the triple jump wall kick, but that wall kick is pretty tricky, so not too surprised
absolutely.
with
that. Lakitu bounce going pretty well for Mr. Link though, so unfortunately won't really be making up any time on Jalapinecone, as his Rainbow Ride was pretty solid, but Jalapinecone playing really well. I don't really think Hala has made too many huge mistakes that I can recall. I think maybe there was a death in there, but I don't even think so. Just a couple of small errors. Mr. Link kind of struggling with that side.
Struggling.
Yeah.
Did he go for the Lakitu bounce first, or is he going straight for reds? What did he get first?
He got Lakitu bounce already, so he did that one. I believe Jalapinecone missed. I think he missed the triple jump there, so losing a bit of time on this cage
just backing up to the beginner movement, which, I mean, doesn't lose too much time if you do it okay, and it seems like you did it all right, so probably losing no more than like 10 seconds there.
Yeah, I missed the triple jump, like the kind of instant triple jump where you kind of, your first one is that long jump and you can hit a triple from there, but not too bad overall. So, misses it again. Maybe we'll see him moving reds here. Is that it? Nope, nothing. Okay.
No, he's probably, you can sort of pray for some weird glitchy jumps / double jumps / wall kicks / just general random luck there, but just gonna go for a pit of the pendulums. A little bit of a standard movement here, but mostly just playground style at this point. Some backyard Mario 64 going on from him, and gonna do some swag, a little sliding on the pendulum before grabbing the star.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And Mr. Link finishing up Rainbow Ride here with the swing into the breeze. Seemed to be pretty clean, and he'll be joining Jalapinecone in this into TCC. But unfortunately, unless we see some major bits meltdown, Hala taking the death here. That is unfortunate.
Potentially the beginning of the end here for Jalapinecone.
Just
not getting the long jump.
Yeah, kind of a weird angle too. You think that even if he had gotten the long jump, might have been a death anyway. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll do too much for Mr. Link, but yeah, that is unfortunate.
Oh, Mr. Link kind of missing the triple jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hate to see it. I mean, it's the beginning of something beautiful potentially for Mr. Link, but Jalapinecone has to continue to make these sort of major errors, or else it all comes down to bits, like you're saying. And bits, one of those stages you can kind of take easy. You can skip the triple jump wall kick, just kind of walk through the level if you have a massive lead, and as long as you don't make any major mistakes or die, it can be pretty much a cakewalk at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, throws are never too much of an issue. I guess if you miss one or two, you can get kind of tilted, but it's nothing too crazy.
I think throws are definitely a lot bigger of an issue in terms of closing out a race. But Mr. Link getting the fast movement here. Let's see if he gets over to get a hand. Easy peasy. Losing a couple seconds there, but overall, I mean, he might be able to claw his way back into this one if he keeps it up.
Yeah, jalapinecone grabbing this toad star here. Gonna be headed right up into bits. Like I said, barring any major mistakes or issues up in bits, it's pretty much over, unfortunately. Mr. Link did actually grab the toad star beforehand, so he still does have 4 more to go. Or 4 more to go. So Stairs treating jalapinecone pretty well. Not too many jumps eaten or anything like that. And we'll see how this bits goes.
Commentators maybe underestimating bits here a little bit. Definitely feeling a little bit of nerves here. Jalapinecone, you don't see many people messing up that early movement there, but getting the triple jump dive up to the spinning platform. And right now, all eyes on triple jump wall kick. I would imagine we see him going for the pulls. I think he's one of those players that will end up opting to go for the pulls if they feel they're in the lead, but I'll have to see if he's watching or not. Looks like he's going to line up for moving left side. Okay. And gonna take a fall here.
That's probably the best case. Probably the best case scenario for that fall there. But you gotta wonder, and this is and everybody has their own preference, but this is why I like to have the race open, because if I'm jalapinecone and I'm listening to the commentators and I know, I have a big lead, why not just go for the, jump kicks over the platforms there? It's not. But I guess, like you said, depends on your mentality and all that.
Yeah, if you're not used to doing the safety movement there, can actually be pretty hurtful to your gameplay. Mr. Link collecting his next star here relatively shortly. Looks like he's going for pit and pendulums. And only needs 1 more star, but jalapinecone into throws. Gonna have to just basically survive Bowser fight, and he's gonna be golden here.
Yeah, absolutely. And gearing up for what looks to be... he's kind of dancing around Bowser a little bit. At least Bowser didn't start spitting out some flames there, but gearing up for probably a low 53 if his throws are really good, a high 52.
Yeah, looking like he might be playing on a retro bit controller there, trying to run around in circles. Typically not the best controller for moving Mario, but missing his last throw there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And a little bit of a time loss, but should be pretty easy to grab him from this angle. Bowser lining up right on the end. The lineup is straight. He's just got to get 1 throw, and that's going to be it. Jalapinecone closing this one out. Looks like it's going to be about a 53, maybe 14 or 18, something around there.
Yeah, overall, pretty solid race for Jalapinecone. Not too many major mistakes. I don't think there were any crazy deaths or anything like that he took. Just a couple, second mistakes here and there. But overall, not too bad with the 53:12.81. And it looks like Mr. Link will be finishing out this one.
Yeah, definitely seems to be the case. No point in not finishing this one out, seeing what kind of time you can get. Mr. Link playing pretty well throughout the entire race, just having a few too many hiccups. Jalapinecone having a pretty good run overall, playing pretty close to PB. So it's good to see both these runners having a pretty solid run for the bronze match here. Yeah,
absolutely. Very entertaining bronze match for sure. I think the that first death in the volcano kind of set the tone there, unfortunately, for Mr. Link. But looks like he missed moving left as well. He's going to elect for the other movement. Gets it pretty cleanly. Gearing up for probably mid 55 here.
Yeah, it depends on when he enters the pipe. But
we'll see.
Looks like Jalapinecone's going to be grabbing dinner, so probably no interview out of him. Maybe we can grab Mr. Link into the call for one last interview. This is the final match of the BDEF 100 Tournament of Champions 70-star league. So,
Season 2.
Yeah, definitely been a great season. Lots of close down-the-wire races, lots of back and forths, as well as a lot of exposure for some of these smaller streamers. So big shout out to BDEF for organizing the tournament. Really appreciate that. A lot of fun to participate and commentate on.
Those throws were great for Mr. Link. That was an overall really solid bits, minus that missing moving left, but really solid. Gonna get a low 55 here. Probably like a 55, I don't know, 15 or something. 12? 11.
Yeah, Mr. Link playing within 12 seconds or 14 seconds or so of my PB, so blown me out of the water. If I was in this race, I would have definitely got my booty handed to me, as they say. So shout outs to Mr. Link for, not only joining the tournament, but also participating at a pretty high level. Like BDF was saying, having one of the best average times in the league. Gonna have to close my windows here because neighbors mowing their lawn, but I'll be right back.
It is lawn mowing time apparently in wherever Serenmew lives.
Right.
But yeah, overall, pretty solid race.
No, and I'll just hop in and say, not only that, Mr. Link, most consistent in the league, so that, that's tells you something. I think we definitely had the best Final Four, the best finals, the best bronze, and this was definitely the races we were meant to see, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't complain about being the most consistent runner in a tournament like this, so.
Flixer, I see what you did there. So it looks like Saren might just stay muted, but that's cool. I am back. Thank you, Collins, for doing the comms for that race. Hopefully we can get some of the runners in here. If they're listening, they're welcome to join.
Looks like jalapinecone is going to go make some dinner, but maybe Mr. Link wants to hop into the
by all means,
into the stream here.
And then I'll just have a couple of announcements on the prize pool, donations, and final words for the season. So.
Absolutely.
Hey, I don't know if we can have Mr. Link in this call. He is known as Mr. Loud, having one of the loudest microphones in all of SM64. Might be a little bit risky. Actually ended up going offline. Might be having a hard time. Taking the loss a little bit hard, but I don't think so. I think he'll pop in. We'll see. Is he in the chat? Let's see. No.
I have not seen him so far.
I believe he said
he is in the chat
somewhere. Yeah, that Fire Sea sucks. So.
Mr. Link.
Yeah.
Speech. Where is he? Might have to give up on the interviews. I'm not sure, guys.
Okay, well, I will go ahead and give the update on the prize pool then. So, first of all, I should actually give the update for charity. We did manage to raise $240 for two charities this whole season, for COVID relief and for Feeding America. So, thank you everyone for your support. That was awesome. It was a great experiment. It was my first time using that charity site that builds, connects everything and makes the donations happen and stuff. So, and shout outs to Simply and Oddcat, I know, who gave a lot of money. Whoa, holy crap, Saren coming in with the 1,000 bits. What is up with that? I will go ahead and add that to the prize pool. That screws up all my calculations here, but as of a few minutes ago, the prize pool for the third place payout was $34.42, and fourth place is going to be walking away with 6% of the prize pool, which is $13.77, not counting Saren's generous $10, which will of course be incorporated in. So. Yeah, and I think first prize went home with about $90, and second prize was about $50. So, we will, figure out when all the revenue comes in from Twitch, and we will get the runners their money, and the charities already have their money. So this was overall, I call it a successful season.
Yes, super entertaining season. Great bronze match. Great gold match too. That was awesome. Chat was pretty hype. Having all those legendary commentators in there was super entertaining too. So hopefully season 3, can be even a little bit better.
I mean, that's the plan. We've been improving, ever since we started. Season 2 was a big improvement on season 1. Season 1 was a big improvement on not having anything. So we're getting better.
Did anybody catch the jalapinecone icon floating across the timer, or was that just me?
Just you. But yeah, no, and a reminder for season 2, it will be 2 concurrent tournaments, a 16-star bracket and a 70-star bracket. So there will be more news coming soon-ish about that. So go ahead and join the Discord or follow me on Twitter if you are interested. Oh, that also reminds me, I can go ahead. Follow the runners, please, if you are not already. Yeah, there's their Twitch links in chat. Yeah, follow the commentators if you're not already, obviously. And yeah, that's, I believe, all we have for season 2. GG's to everyone. GG's to chat, of course, for all the donations, all the bits, the commentators who made it possible, the runners who made it possible. It's a blast hosting these, and so Season 3 will come back better than ever after I take a little break.
Yeah, definitely appreciate you putting this together. It's really fun. It's really good for the community. So looking forward to Season 3.
Cool, and all right, take care, all. Oh no, we should find someone. We should find someone to raid, and I think if they are still live, we're gonna go ahead and give it to Heisenberger because he is cool and has reached out to me in the past before, and is just I think a cool guy, could use some support. So we're gonna go ahead and raid Heisenberger.
Sounds good. All right, appreciate it, BDef.
All right, take care, guys. Take care, everyone.
You too.
Later.
All right. Well, again, thanks everyone. It has been fun hosting everything. Come back for Season 3, join the Discord, and go give Heisen some love. With any raid message. I'm bad at coming up with raid messages, so just say hi. Maybe spam the 100 emote if you have it. All right. Take care, everyone. See you soon.